Buddy, good morning to you. Meteorologist Travis Klineski. We have an impending storm system that's going to bring us snow to the area today and this evening, and it's started to bring snow already off to the northwest. We've had reports of maybe a little bit of very light snow or at least a dusting in some spots farther south, but most of it has been to the north and west so far. East and northeast winds are a little bit brisk already this morning, at times a little over 20 miles per hour, and gusts have been at times a little over 30 miles per hour. They're going to get stronger later on today. Now, a couple things to watch for. First off, snow will expand across northern Nebraska during the morning hours, and some of that spreading back to the southwest. Winds start to change direction, going from more easterly to more northerly with time, as an area of low pressure moves across northern Kansas into northeast Kansas. So by the time 2 o'clock comes around, it's right here, and we'll have more of a northerly wind. And as that wind turns northerly, that's going to draw in colder air, and those winds are going to get stronger during the afternoon. So blowing and drifting of snow is going to be a problem. Again, first off this morning and early afternoon in the northern part of the state, maybe a little bit to the southwest. But watch, as we get into the mid to late afternoon hours, it starts to push a little farther southeast towards the Tri-Cities area. And by later this afternoon, early this evening, there may be a narrow band of some heavier snow right in here. And that's prime time. Kids are getting home from school around 3:30. People are heading home from work later this afternoon. Area high school basketball games going on. You might be traveling to later today, and so this all corresponds with possible blowing and drifting of snow here and poor visibility restrictions in these locations here. As we push towards the mid-evening hours, the last of the snow clearing out of the Tri-Cities by about 9 or 10 o'clock, and then out of eastern Nebraska by about midnight tonight, taking us into quieter weather. By tomorrow morning, the skies are clear. The winds will start to die down tomorrow morning. Still a little breezy, but they'll be a little bit lighter. Lots of sun tomorrow, a breezy west wind. Lighter winds tomorrow night. Clear skies will continue for really the rest of the weekend. The weekend looking very, very quiet for the most part. So let's look at, first off, the snowfall potential amounts here. And one thing I want to show real quick here, I need to put on the logo right there, I apologize for that. There we go. Let's show in the snowfall amounts. And again, right now, here's kind of what I'm going with for ranges. First off, up north, I'm kind of in that 3 to 7 inch range up here in northern Nebraska from about Highway 91 northward. Isolated amounts might get to 7 or 8 inches here, but mostly 3 to 7 inches. Highway 91 southward here, 2 to 5 inches of snowfall is where I'm at right now. But the big wild card is all about if that snow band sets up or not. Not all models are on board with this, but some are, and so I'm kind of leaning that way just in case we do get it, because I don't want to say we're not going to get any snow and then all of a sudden you get this amount right here. So this is why I'm going with this model that says 1 to 3 inches of snow, maybe even 4 there around York. And it could be kind of a surprise amount here. So again, expect higher totals than previously expected. Potentially. It's not a for sure thing, but it is potentially. And if that's the case, then the local National Weather Service offices are still kind of waiting right now. They may have to issue a winter weather advisory farther south. Right now, they have the winter storm warning up in northern Nebraska where the highest amounts of snow will be, again, in that 3 to 7 inch range. 2 to 5 inches right in here. But again, the biggest question mark is right in here. If more models come on board with that band of snow setting up of 1 to 4 inches in these areas here, then there's potential that a winter weather advisory would need to be issued right in here. Most of these advisories go until midnight tonight, out west till 6 o'clock tonight, and they're already in effect up north now. So that's kind of the setup we have for today. Temperature-wise, watch the temperatures. They're going to kind of stay steady this morning, but as we get that north turn of the wind, so becoming more northerly, that's when the temperatures start to drop later today, and that's when the moisture comes in. So initially, as the moisture moves in, yes, some of these areas might get a little bit of a mix of rain or freezing rain, but this will be primarily snow as it starts to drop to near and below freezing. And then temperatures drop back as we head through the evening and overnight hours tonight. By tomorrow morning, we're waking up to teens and 20s out there tomorrow morning. Here's your 7 a.m. temperature right there. Mid-teens out west, mid and upper teens, low to mid-20s farther to the east. We'll look at the official lows tonight here on this, in this low temperature map, and that's what I'm going with for lows. About low 20s here in the Tri-Cities area, colder out west. Highs tomorrow improved, but will depend on how much snow is on the ground. And in fact, if we do end up getting that higher amount of snow, I wouldn't be surprised if the Tri-Cities struggles to 40 degrees if there's 3-4 inches of snow on the ground. But if it's an inch or less, most of it's going to melt off tomorrow. We should be able to get into the lower 40s. More likely to see 30s up north because of the snowpack. A little bit warmer down south where there won't be any snow on the ground, or very, very little snow on the ground. Mid and possibly upper 40s. Tomorrow night, upper teens and 20s for lows, maybe even low 30s in the southeast. And then your Sunday looking pretty decent. Most of us getting back into the 50s. Most of the snow melted except for up north. And if there's still snow on the ground up there, it could be still in the 40s in those locations. Well, let's look at the long-range forecast here as we have the 7-day coming up here. A lot of sunshine this weekend. Still a bit breezy on Saturday. The winds will be much lighter or a little lighter. Still a touch breezy on Sunday. But we should push those temperatures into the lower 50s Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, more 50s. Mostly sunny skies, not too much wind. And then a whole lot of wind on Wednesday. Very strong winds. A powerful low pressure system moving in out of the west somewhere into the central or northern plains. We'll be in the warm sector, so very windy and warm 60s. And I'm still going with a small chance of thunderstorms Wednesday, although it's not looking very likely at this point. More interesting will be what happens up north with that low pressure. If it gets close enough to us, could be a bit of a mess up in northern parts of the local 4 viewing area. Tri-City's likely to get missed unless we see a big shift southward. But it looks like a very powerful storm system, and it's going to be much cooler behind that storm system as well. A quick look at the 7-day forecast, or the 10-day temperature forecast, showing that high temperatures will be cooling back after Wednesday. We'll drop back into the 40s on Thursday and beyond. Might even see 30s by next Saturday here. I might have a little bit of time here to show this real quick here. Here's the long-range GFS forecast model for Wednesday and Thursday of next week here. So I'm going to play this out here. That's that powerful storm system. A lot of wind, and again, might trigger thunderstorms, but more likely in southeast Nebraska. Northern Nebraska might get in on some snow, and it would be wind-driven snow. Winds will be strong with this storm system, and then it clears out of here Thursday. How about the European forecast model? This one maybe just a little farther north. Best chance of storms again off to our southeast. Snow getting close to northern portions of Nebraska. There will be a lot of wind both ahead of this storm system, but ahead of that cold front right there, out of the south-southwest, and then behind that cold front, the winds will be west and northwesterly, and they'll be very strong as well. And then that system clears off to the east on Thursday, and we'll see colder weather but quiet weather returning to the area. So that's kind of your iffy long-range forecast. It's more wind, I think, than anything from the majority of us here. Today, it's not just wind, and it's some wind. The winds will be way worse next Wednesday, but lots of wind today as well, and we'll be looking at that snow chance picking up from north to southeast as the day goes on. So things could get a little bit dicey later on today. Keep that in mind. Otherwise, I'm going to let you all go for today. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you all next week where we're talking about nice weather again. Until then, take care, enjoy your weekend, and God bless. Bye.